the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Iyun Mitzion. Tonight I want to discuss Pesachim Perek Aleph, Mishnah Zion. The end of the Mishnah talks about Machlokes Rabbi Rabbi Yeshua. The beginning of the Mishnah concluded like Rabbi Yossi. You can't burn Truma Tmeya im Truma Tahora during Sreifas Chametz, the 6th hour, 11 o'clock comes, Erev Pesach. If you had Truma Tahora and Tmeya, you can't burn it together. What about burning Tmeya and Tluya? Tluya means a suffix whether the Truma came in contact with something that's Metame or not. It's basically a suffix. It's Truma, which is you're unsure if it's Tame or not. It might be Tame, it might not be Tame. Are you allowed to burn that with Tmeya or not? So Reza says no. Because the pasuk says Mishmeres Trumasi. Mishtei Truma is a custom medaber. Mishmeres Trumasi is a double lashon. It's a double language. To tell you, not only do you have to watch, Mishmeres Trumasi teaches me, it's a mitzvah's essay, right? I have to safeguard my truma. I have to make sure it doesn't become tamei. Once it becomes tamei, I can only use it to burn under my tavshil, to use it as gas for my stove. I can't use it to eat it anymore. So therefore, you're limiting its use. So the fact that it has a double language, tells me not only do I have to be careful about Truma Tahora, but also Truma Tluya, even if it's a suffix, right? Even though I can't eat it because of a suffix, nonetheless, Torah says safeguard and make sure it doesn't become Vadai Tame. And according to Rabbi Yeshua, you could burn both of them together. You can burn Truma Tmeya Imat Tluya. Now, what is it? We pass like Rabbi Yeshua. What are Rabbi Yeshua and Rabbi arguing about? So I think they have a fundamental machlokas over here. It's a very important machlokas. Obviously, the concept of Safek D'Oraisa usually go to Chumrah, right? And we're talking about, it's not just Hilchos Tuma over here. This is a mitzvah's essay, Truma, right? Mishmeres Trumasi. It's a mitzvah's essay. It's not just a question of Tuma. There's a mitzvah over here to safeguard your Truma. So it's Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah. So shouldn't you, right? Seemingly, Rabbi Yeshua agrees Mishmeres Trumasi also includes Truma Tluya. So if you have to safeguard your Truma Tahora, you should also have to safeguard your Truma Tluya. So Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah tells me I have to be machmir. How could I burn Truma Tluya and Tmeya? We pass and you can. The answer is that right here we're talking about, it's clear from the Gemara that we're talking about there's no chazaka, there's no ischazik isur. So it's a case of Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah midrabanan. We've talked about this many different times that I believe that Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah, there's two different halachas of Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah. When there's this chazik isur, like the Rambam says, then it's Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah midoraisa. You even bring an asham tola, a korban, although you even bring chulun la'azara. And if there's no chazaka, it's just we're unsure what happened, so that's a lesser degree of suffix. And therefore, Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah is midrabanan. And here we're talking about it's less where it's unknown. We don't know. There's not a chazik isur. We don't know if there's Vadai Tuma over here. We're not sure if it touched Tuma or not. So, if we're not sure if it touched Tuma or not, so therefore, Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah midrabanan. So this is what arguing about Rabbi Lezer and Rabbi Yeshua. What is the reason the Rabbanan says to be machmir by Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah midrabanan? Is the reason the Rabbanan said to be machmir is similar, right? The Rabbanan did it similar to Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah midoraisa, right? That just like the way the Rabbanan make their gzeras, they make it similar to the D'Oraisa. So therefore, just like Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah, you have to go L'Chumrah. So therefore, just like Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah midoraisa, you have to go L'Chumrah. So B'Torah's Vadai. So also Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah, you have to go L'Chumrah midrabanan, Torah's Vadai. Or maybe the whole halacha, this is what Rabbi Yeshua holds, and possibly this is exactly the understanding. The fact that we Safek D'Oraisa L'Chumrah, we go L'Chumrah midrabanan, in a case where it's not as chazik isur, again, where you don't know there's a piece of chaylev over here. We don't know. It's not there's two pieces. One is chaylev, one is not. We're not sure which one you ate. It is a piece of chaylev, but we're not sure at all if it's chaylev or not. It might be kosher meat. Here also, we're not talking about there's vadai truma tmeya over here. It might be truma tmeya, or not, might not be. So therefore, really the reason that you go l'chumrah midrabanan is because of sheiv al tasa. Sheiv al tasa adav. The Gemara says in Mesachas Yevamos, it's better if you're not sure what to do, don't do anything. So when it comes to a lav, right, Torah says don't do something. So don't do it, don't eat it. However, here is the mitzvah's essay. It's a mitzvah's essay over here. The mitzvah's essay is Mishmeres Trumasi. You're supposed to, it's mitzvah's essay, not a lav, that you're musar, you're not allowed to make truma tameh. It's that you have to safeguard truma from becoming tameh. So therefore, here also, shev al tasa, right? Shev al tasa, And Shev al Tasa in an essay is basically don't be makbid, don't care about it, right? Shev al Tasa, don't safeguard it, right? Shev al Tasa, sit down and don't be safeguarded. If you don't have to safeguard it, then you could burn Truma Tluya Imatmei, and that's what Rabbi Shua holds. That's the correct understanding of something like L'chumra Midrabanan. It's not because it's supposed to resemble Savag Raisa L'chumra Midaraisa. It's really a completely different din. The Rabbanan said, Shev al Tasa Adif, by Losa say we go L'chumra. By Mrs. Essay, Shev al Tasa, and don't be makbid and don't be careful with it. And that's why you can burn the Tluya with the Tmei. I hope you enjoyed tonight's share. See you in the next one.